Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Longbox Chronicles Month here on Reaction and Review. Tonight, guys, I'm taking a look at a made-for-TV movie from 1990. That movie is Archie: Return to Riverdale. Now, as some of you may know, I cannot stand Archie comics. I fucking hate them with a passion. I cannot stand the characters. I cannot stand the writing. I just do not like a single aspect of the Archie universe. So why then am I covering a movie based on these characters? Well, it has to do with the premise. The premise to this movie almost sounds promising. Allow me to attempt to explain. Instead of doing what most people would have done with an Archie film and make every single character like 16 and in high school, exactly as the comics are, it's set 15 years afterwards, so now everybody's in their 30s, and they're going back to Riverdale for their high school reunion. Which, frankly, to me, that really does sound like this could possibly work. It could possibly be entertaining. I still kind of have that niggling doubt just because I fear that this is going to have the same kind of horrible writing as the Archie comics, but I'm also hoping that maybe whoever wrote this decided to sort of make the characters, likable. But hey, I am not going to know if anything here is even half good until I shut up and I push play, and I'm going to do that right now. So, without further ado, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out Archie: Return to Riverdale. So, 15 years after high school, Jughead is the world's shittiest psychiatrist. Well, somehow that seems to make a little bit of sense. It really isn't funny, but it kind of makes sense to me. Guys, I really kind of hoped that taking these characters and aging them all by 15 years would have, made something better, but no. Every single one of these characters are still the same vapid, shallow piles of shit I remember from the comics. I really kind of wish that this movie would get better, and I'm still hoping for it to, but those hopes are beginning to dwindle very quickly. Guys, this really isn't working. This movie's trying to build dramatic tension. Yes, a movie based on the Archie characters. Goofy, stupid, cornball characters. They're trying to build dramatic and romantic tension there. Guess what? It's not fucking working. Perhaps maybe if the dialogue in this thing didn't flat out suck balls, it might be possible. However, no. The dialogue here is so bad that building any kind of tension just dies instantly. This movie's really getting hard to fucking watch, guys. Oh my fucking god. So we have Jughead, in his 30s, doing a rap cover of the Archie's only big hit, which was, well, Sugar. God. God, this fucking sucks. I totally understand, guys, that rap circa 1990 was shit. This is probably the worst early 90s rap song I've ever fucking heard, though. Swear to God. Wow, I completely forgot about exactly how much the Archie's music really sucked. My god, this song is horrible, but at least it isn't Sugar. I've already heard at least 2 or 3 different versions of that fucking song over the course of this movie. I'm happy to not have to listen to it again. Well, guys, that was Archie: Return to Riverdale. Oh, boy. There we go. Let's shut that off. Okay. Well, I decided to give this thing a chance. I really wanted to like it, and it kind of failed me. I guess I should try to explain why, huh? Let's kick off with writing. First of all, I would like to say that, as I stated earlier, I am not a fan of the Archie comics. I have tried to read them quite a few times. I'm just not able to get into them because the writing is incredibly corny and really shitty. And in that respect, the writing here works. If you are a huge fan of the Archie comics, this thing is absolutely loyal, at least in terms of the writing style. But that also means that if you want these characters to have in some way evolved in the 15 years since they graduated from high school, you're not going to get that. Because these characters apparently have just basically been in. These characters have all been in developmental lockdown apparently since they graduated high school. The only thing which has changed is what kind of relationships they have been in, and that is one of the big overarching themes in this movie, is that apparently nobody amongst Archie's clique are able to stay in any kind of a stable or even a healthy relationship at all. Allow me to explain. We have Archie, who goes into the film and he is engaged to a woman who is an absolute bitch and cannot stand the fact that Archie likes to actually remember his days in high school. Jughead is recently divorced, and apparently his wife treated him like absolute shit. Betty is dating this absolute douchebag. Veronica has been married 4 times and has gone through at least 13 fucking fiancés. And Reggie has been too busy running his fucking gym and being an absolute douchebag to even care about a relationship. The only character in this movie who's in any kind of a healthy or a stable relationship is Moose. And Moose is one of the second or even third tier Archie characters. He is a chiropractor, and I believe he's working with his wife, and they seem to be happily married, and they do have a son. And Jughead also has a son who absolutely hates him, and of course the kid sort of grows to love Jughead and love the rest of the gang. And if you didn't see that coming from the moment that the movie started, then I don't know what to fucking tell you. One of the big messages which this movie is trying to get at is that essentially nobody amongst Archie's crew know how to stay in any kind of a stable or even a healthy relationship unless it's with other people within their little clique. It seems very heavy-handed and kind of stupid, and I think they did that specifically so that way at the very end of the film, spoilers here, everywhere basically now everybody is single, everyone is still friends, everyone is still living in Riverdale. Basically, it is setting up the exact same status, quo that was in the comics, which would be totally fine if this movie were featuring the characters at the age of 16, at the age of 15, at the age that they are in the comics. But no, these characters are supposed to be older, and they are supposed to have evolved in some way, and you don't get that here because apparently the writers cared more about making everything exactly the way it is in the comics, even though one would sort of think that the whole idea of making the characters older is to sort of show how much they've changed in 15 years. Sadly, none of them have changed, and the movie kind of suffers as a result. Writing here did not totally work for me, but then again, that's because I'm not a fan of the Archie comics. If you are a fan of the comics, though, then a whole lot of this is going to work out for you. And I am going to admit that there was maybe about a minute, possibly even about 2 minutes of this movie I thought were really funny, and they were really witty, and the writing was incredibly sharp. However, that roughly about 2 minutes of film is dogpiled by about an hour and 20 minutes of garbage, and, well, at least garbage, again, to me. and that didn't sit well with me. So even though the writing here, at least for me, was a massive misstep, the acting here was pretty good. I will happily come right out and say that every single person here totally nailed their character. So, frankly, that much is a case of mission absolutely accomplished. There's one other thing involving writing, because while they tried to keep every character as loyal to the comics as possible, I do happen to remember reading a couple of the Archie comics as a kid, and I always remembered Veronica's dad being a little bit of a douchebag. Here, they basically turned him from douchebag to pure heartless monster, and it feels so out of place. Again, though, that is just me, bitching about a character I didn't care about in the first place. But still, it seemed sort of odd that they wanted to stay completely loyal to the way every other character was, and make a character who was just kind of sort of an asshole and make him the most evil motherfucker in all of Riverdale. It seemed a little odd to me. So anyway, the acting here is totally solid, which I really never thought I'd say when the writing was, this bad. But once more, I do have to state that I am talking about the writing at an incredibly biased level. So, frankly, the acting works. Music. Ooh boy, let's talk about music. Yes, guys, now the Archies, which was the band that Archie and his friends all made, they actually did put out albums. They actually put out records. They put out songs. Their one big hit was Sugar, and you hear it 3 different times, performed 3 different ways. The movie opens up with what seems almost like a Motown R&B sort of a version of it. That's the only version that sounds even halfway decent. At one point, Jughead is playing the record which had the original song for his son. And I did not like the song when I first heard it, and listening to it in this movie, it really didn't help any. Then later, Jughead decides to do a rap cover of it, which still, I will say this again, it stands as probably the worst rap song I have ever fucking heard. So yeah, beyond those though, musically this is ultimately for fucking gettable from top to bottom. There's nothing here which is going to completely wow you, and nothing here is just so bad you go, oh dear fucking god, make it fucking stop. Oh, except for the song that the Archies play at the fucking high school reunion. That sounds absolutely terrible. But again, that's because it's from the Archies and their music was never fucking good in the first place. Anyway, dear God, Camerawork here was pretty good. Well, I'm gonna say pretty good by the standard set by made for TV movies. Nothing here in terms of camera work or lighting or sound mix is anything ultimately special or different. It's the same kind of thing you saw in any fucking made-for-TV movie that came out in the late 80s and early 90s. So basically, it was hitting par, it was hitting par for the course in those fields. So frankly, at least they did a competent job on those. The sets here look really good, except for one, and I'm going to mention it because, damn it, it has to be mentioned. And that is, at one point, Archie has to go to this dirtbag-like motel at one point in the film, and the walls are incredibly flimsy. And I do understand that if you go to a cheaper motel, the walls are always incredibly flimsy anyway. But I mean, like he would slam a door on the set, and the entire set would shake. and that is a little, and that there's a little much. There honestly is a difference between trying to make it look like a cheap ass motel room and making your set so flimsy the whole fucking thing could possibly like fall apart if you shut a door. Okay, there's a huge difference there, and it stands in stark contrast to the rest of the sets, which are all built incredibly sturdy. A lot of them are a lot of the movie is shot outdoors. A lot of it is shot in essentially what look to be established buildings. So essentially, this one room looked to be the only set that was actually built for this thing, and it was built on an incredibly poor level. So, with all that said, when all is said and done, can I recommend Archie return to Riverdale? For most people, no. But I will say that if you are a fan of the Archie comics, and if you had no idea that this thing was out there, by all means, look for it. Check it out. You will probably absolutely adore this thing. But if you're one of those people like me and you can't stand the Archie comics and you can't stand the Archie characters, it might be best to avoid this. And I would like to say again, I really wanted this thing to be pretty good. I actually kind of wanted to see if somebody could take these characters and make something interesting with them. And instead, we basically have the exact same characters, unaltered, unchanged, just 15 years older. And it felt incredibly cheap to me. I was not really impressed. This thing could have probably been fantastic. Instead, it comes off as just ridiculously mediocre. And once more, that is partially because of my anti-Archie bias. But hey, once more, if you are one of those people who absolutely adores the Archie books, then hey, this movie will be perfect for you. By all means, go out there, check it out. Everybody else, proceed with absolute caution. I cannot promise you that you are going to like it or hate it. You just have to know exactly what you are getting into here. So yeah, guys, with that, we come to the close of another reaction and review. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.